Hello everyone, my name is Amparo Suntaxi. Today I am going to talk about the evolution of education and learning from traditional classroom with chalkboard and printed books to modern digital classroom that use technology, online platforms and artificial intelligence. Education has always been one of the most important tools for personal and social development. However, the way people learn has changed significantly over time. In the past, students depend mainly on teachers, textbooks, and physical classroom. Today, technology has transformed education by providing access to information, online courses, digital resources, and innovative learning tools. In this presentation, I will compare traditional education with modern digital learning, discuss the benefits and challenges of technological advance, and explore what the future of education might look like. Many years ago, classrooms looked very different from what we see today. A typical classroom usually had a blackboard or chalkboard at the front of the room, rows of the desks, printed textbooks, notebooks, and a teacher explaining lessons to students face to face. Students learn primarily by listening to the teacher, taking notes, and reading the books. The teacher was considered the main source of knowledge because access to information was limited. If students wanted to learn something, they usually had to go to a library and search through books, encyclopedias, or academic journals. Communication between teacher and students occurred mainly during classroom hours. Homework was written by hand and assignments were submitted in person. Learning was often centered on memorization, repetition, and following instructions. Although this educational system helped millions of people acquire knowledge, it also had some limitations. Access to information was slower, resources were limited, and students had fewer opportunities to learn independently. Before the internet became popular, finding information required much more effort. Students had to spend hours in libraries looking for books and reference materials. Research projects often involve reading and printing sources and taking notes manually. Encyclopedias were among the most valuable educational resources. Families and schools often invested significant money in purchasing complete encyclopedias collection because they contained information on many topics. However, information could become outdated quickly. Updating books required publishing new editions, which could take years. As a result, students sometimes learn from materials that were no longer current. Today, things are very different. With just a smartphone, tablet, or computer, students can access millions of sources within seconds. Educational websites, digital refines, online journals, and videos provide immediate access to information from around the world. Teachers have always played a fundamental role in education. Traditional teachers were responsible for delivering information, explaining concepts, and evaluating students' performance. In modern education, teachers continue to be essential, but their role has evolved. Instead of simply providing information, teachers now guide students in finding, evaluating, and applying knowledge effectively. Technology allows students to access information independently, so teachers increasingly act as facilitator, mentor, and coaches. They help students develop critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and problem-solving skills. These changes encourage more active participation in learning and helps students become more responsible for their own education. Technology has dramatically changed how students learn. Today, many students use laptops, tablets, smartphones, and educational applications to study. Instead of relying only on textbooks, students can watch educational videos, participate in virtual class, complete interactive exercise, and access digital resources at any time. Schedules. Online learning platforms allow students to study according to their own schedules. This flexibility is especially beneficial for people who work, live in remote areas, or have family responsibilities. Additional multimedia resources such as videos, animation, simulation, and virtual laboratories make learning more engaging and interactive. These tools can help students better understand complex concepts. As a result, learning has become more flexible, personalized, and accessible than ever before. One of the greatest advantages of online education is accessibility. Students can learn from almost anywhere in the world as long as they have an internet connection. Online education also offers flexibility. Learners can often study at their own pace, review materials multiple times, and organize their schedules according to their personal needs. And another important benefit is the variety of available courses. Students can access programs for universities, institutions, and experts located in different countries without the need to travel. Online learning can also reduce costs associated with transportation, accommodation, and printed materials. Many education resources are available for free or at a lower cost than traditional programs. Furthermore, digital learning encourages the development of technological skills that are increasingly important in today's workforce. Despite its advantage, digital learning also presents several challenges. One major challenge is the digital divide. Not all students have access to reliable internet connections, computer or other technological devices. This inequality can limit educational opportunities for some individuals and communities. Another challenge is maintaining motivation and self-discipline. In online environments, students must manage their overtime effectively and stay focused without constant supervision. Technical problems can also interrupt learning. Internet outage, software issues, and device features may affect students' ability to participate in classes. Additionally, some students may feel isolated because they have fewer opportunities for face-to-face interaction with classmates and teachers. These challenges demonstrate that technology alone cannot guarantee educational success. Proper support system and effective teaching practice remain essential. Technology has expanded education opportunities worldwide. People who previously had limited access to school or universities can now participate in online courses and training programs. Many educational institutions offer virtual programs that allow students from different countries to learn together. This promotes cultural exchange, international collaboration, and global perspective. Technology has also supported lifelong learning. Adults can continue to develop new skills throughout their careers without returning to traditional classrooms. As a result, educational is becoming more inclusive and accessible to diverse populations around the world. Students today are often more independent learners than previous generations. They can search for information, watch tutorials, participate in discussion forums, and complete online courses without direct supervision. However, independence also requires responsibility. Students must evaluate the reliability of information source and develop strong critical thinking skills. The abundance of information available online can sometimes be overwhelming. Therefore, students need guidance to distinguish between accurate information and misinformation. When with effectively, technology can empower learners to take greater control on their educational journeys. Artificial intelligence is becoming increasingly important in modern education. AI-powered tools can provide personalized learning experience by adapting context to individual students' needs and learning styles. Some platforms analyze students' performance and recommend specific activities to improve understanding. Virtual tutors and educational chatbots can answer questions, provide explanation, and offer immediate feedback. These tools help students learn more effectively and independently. AI can also assist teachers by automatic administrative tasks, grading assignments, and identifying areas where students may need additional support. However, it is important to use AI responsibly. Students should view AI as a learning assistant rather than a replacement for critical thinking, creativity, and human interaction. Many people wonder whether traditional classroom will disappear in the future. While technology continues to transform education, it is unlikely that physical classroom will completely vanish. Schools and universities provide important social experience that cannot be fully replicated online. Students develop communication skills, teamwork abilities, and personal relationships through face-to-face interaction. A more realistic future may involve hybrid learning models that combine traditional teaching with digital technologies. This approach allows students to benefit from both personal interaction and technological innovation. Hybrid education may become the most effective way to meet the diverse needs of learners in the future. In conclusion, education has undergone remarkable change evolving from traditional classroom with chalkboards and printed books to digital learning environments supported by technology and artificial intelligence. In the past, students depend heavily on teacher and physical resources. Today, information is available instantly, learning is more flexible, and education opportunities are more accessible worldwide. Although digital learning offers many advantages, including flexibility, accessibility, and personalized education, it also presents challenges such as traditional inequity, motivation issues, and concern about social interaction. Looking ahead, technology will continue to shape education, but teacher and human relationships will remain essential. The future of learning will likely combine the best aspects of traditional education and modern technology, creating richer and more effective learning experience for everyone. Thank you for your attention.